Hello again. This is Math 1220 coming to you from the College of DuPage, and the title of this lecture is Looking Toward the Final Exam. As always, please be an attentive listener while watching this video. So Math 1220 was supposed to be a place where students will learn about basic numeracy needed by a college graduate to reason about quantities, their magnitudes, and the relationships between and among other quantities. Topics include linear systems, linear programming, analysis, interpretation of graphs, logic and reasoning, descriptive statistics, the normal distribution, statistical inference, estimation, and approximation. This course is designed to fulfill general education requirements and is not designed as a prerequisite for any other college mathematics courses. You can use this to satisfy certain graduation requirements for mathematics. For some of you, this could be the course that will enable you to graduate. We had a whole bunch of objectives that we talked about during the syllabus overview. These are the learning objectives, and this is a topical outline. We did all of this. You were taught this and more. And we will have our final exam, as discussed, on May 19th from 1 to 2:50, and we will be doing this in a Zoom session associated with our VCM, so stay tuned for that, and we will have a proctor who will assist us in proctoring that exam. If you're interested, and I think this would be a good way to study, we basically have a day-by-day journal of our journey through the announcements. In reverse chronological order, we started way back when, with a bunch of videos, and in fact there'll be another announcement today describing this video. I am going to allow you one page of formula, 8 by 11, 2 sides, and you can write anything you want on these, but this will be where you make a record of your preparation, and so you'll be allowed that. I also provide grace notes that have the normal tables on them, and I think that's all you will need besides your one formula sheet. And what follows are some sample problems to aid in your review. Now, please understand, this is not like in high school where I give you exactly the problems that I'll be asking. I'll be asking you other problems. But it'll be this number of problems, and we will cover some of these in the working sessions during the VCMs this week. And you'll be working on them in groups and then come back and asking questions. And this will be happening time permitting. We probably can't do all of them, but you can use these as part of your preparation outside of class as well. Here's problem number 1. How many gallons of 30% alcohol solution and how many gallons of 60% alcohol solution must be mixed to produce 18 gallons of 50% solution? Formulate and solve the problem. Number 2, a company has orders for 600 copies of certain text from San Francisco and an order for 400 copies of the same text from San Francisco. The company has 700 copies in a warehouse in Navajo and 800 copies in a warehouse in Lodito. It costs $5 to ship from Lodito to San Francisco and $10 to ship it from Novato to Sacramento. It costs $15 to ship a text from Lodi to San Francisco, but it costs $4 to ship it from Lodi to Sacramento. Formulate and solve the problem. 3 and 4. So suppose the annual salary of all teachers in the United States has a normal distribution with a mean of 51,000 and a standard deviation of 6,000. Find the probability that the annual salary of a randomly selected teacher would be between 42,000 and 65,000. The lifespan of a scientific calculator has a normal distribution with a mean of 58 months and a standard deviation of 10 months. The company warranty gives a warranty of 36 months to replace any defective calculator with a new one. Suppose a company makes 1 million calculators per year. How many may be expected to be replaced? Number 5, a biologist assumes there is a linear relationship with the amount of fertilizer supplied to tomato plants and the yield of the tomatoes. So here is the data that they have for 8 tomato plants, X and Y. The yield of Y kilograms was recorded, and X grams of fertilizer was dissolved in a fixed quantity of water to give to the plants. So the questions would be, what is the correlation coefficient? What is the equation of least squares regression Y on X? Estimate the yield of the plants treated weekly with 3.2 grams of fertilizer, and discuss why it might not be appropriate to use your equation to predict the yield of a plant treated weekly with 20 grams of fertilizer. So here we're testing an argument for validity, and you want to use the truth table method. So consider the argument. If P, then Q. If not R, then not Q. Therefore, P, if P, then R. 7. Suppose we want to estimate the proportion of residents in a county that are in favor of a certain law. We select a random sample of 100 residents and ask them about their stance on the law. Here are the results. So the sample size is 100 people, and the proportion in favor was 56%. So find the 90% confidence, the 95% confidence interval, and the 99% confidence interval. And then, after that, you will answer a question, will the law pass? Problems 8 and 9. I'm going to give you a database. We're going to use bears in this one, and you want to find the mean, median, z-scores, and the mean, standard deviation, and z-scores, excuse me, and the median, first quartile, third quartile, max, and min. 10. Consider the measurements of 2.03 and 4.9. What are the absolute errors associated with these measurements, and what is the relative percentage errors associated with these measurements? 11 is a problem about my Honda. Maybe this could be 11 and 12 actually. My Honda gets 25.3 miles per hour during highway driving. What is the mileage in units of kilometers per liter? And my Honda has a gas tank that has a capacity of 11.2 gallons, and it costs $35.98 to fill the tank when empty. What is the cost to fill it with in equivalently circumstanced euros? In closing, now more than ever, time is precious. Each day must count. Do the math, it will make you strong. And now, more than ever, take care of yourself and of each other. We are all in this together. May God bless you all.